Folks, Gorilla Nerd Fair is live. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Gorilla Nerd Fair, the podcast. Soon to be matching with the Gorilla Nerd Fair, the lunchbox, Gorilla Nerd Fair, the t-shirts, Gorilla Nerd Fair, the mouse pads, Gorilla Nerd Fair, the branded professional grade gaming mug. They're all coming soon, folks. Don't you worry. My name is Steve Nobles, the fourth nobleman, here with my fellow hosts.
I am Adam, aka T-Laws Warlock, aka the guy who's bringing you the officially branded Gorilla Nerd Fair douche.
Hi, it's me, Dia, again. I'm not bringing you a douche.
That's right, because you're bringing us.
I'm bringing the turd sandwich.
You're bringing the kitty asshole.
Yes, you're bringing the kitty asshole.
Oh,
The
boy.
only mechanism we could look at a
boy.
solar eclipse with. Safely. FDA approved.
Does the FDA approve things that you look at? What?
This is the quickest way to get pink eye.
The FDA approved method of.
That would be a terrible way to get pink eye. I would hate to explain to people that I got pink eye from my cat's asshole.
Maybe some follow up explanation.
Yeah. This is a hell of a way to start a cast.
It's my favorite way. I think we should begin every cast with an update on Ashy's at.
Yep.
It will rear its. Look at that, like clockwork.
Like
Hi.
clockwork, it enters the room.
Fingers on the button.
Wait for it.
Oh, that could have gone wrong really bad.
Wait,
Fingers
on the
on
button. On the button.
Wait for it.
what?
It's early. It's still early.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
She's being a teacher. Maybe. Oh.
Wow, what an asshole!
There it is.
All right.
Oh man,
Got that out of the way early.
You look like you got to change the scenery here. It looks like you're smuggling PS5s out of the country of California.
Is that a couch? No, that's a PS5.
This is a discless version, so we don't
Oh.
talk about that one. It's nothing special, guys. It's just, the hard and difficult to find PlayStation 5 by the Sony Corporation in Japan.
Is it stacked upon another PlayStation 5? Or, is there a
a
PlayStation
gentleman-
5 in the closet over there as well?
a gentleman never kisses and tells.
I can respect that.
I want a little bit of mystery. There.
Doesn't
Let's
kiss and
just
tell.
say,
Kitty asshole.
there you go. Hey, you gotta keep them guessing. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Well, the kitty asshole is always predictable.
That is predictable. Nothing is guaranteed in life except for you seeing Ashi's asshole every Friday on this stream.
Every Friday.
That's a guarantee.
Isn't that right, Ashi?
Every
Guarantee.
All right.
And I just realized this whole episode is epic heavy.
It is.
It is very
Ooh.
epic heavy. How about that?
They don't know that, but
I'm just overlooking the stories here. We got a whole synopsis of stories. It's like epic this, epic that. Oh, epic's in court again. Oh boy.
Let me ask you this before we start that story.
I'm
What are
ready.
your guys' personal opinions on Epic?
If you'd asked me 2 years ago,
Mhm.
and I think they were just starting out with the Epic game. Was it 2 years ago or yeah, 2 years ago now,
2 years ago.
2019.
Mhm.
They were doing that big push where they give you a brand new game every single day. Here's a new game. There's a new game. I was like, and I don't know about all this. I like Steam ecosystem. I like games in one place. Been a Steam user for years. I don't know.
You're being a little too modest.
I
Yeah,
am,
your
because
Steam
I immediately
accomplishments.
downloaded the app and downloaded every single one of those free games. I've got multiple copies of those games now. I own them on both Steam and Epic. And now I think I have like 237 Epic games that I've maybe paid for. So my opinion obviously has changed of Epic Game Store. I very much think that they have endeared to the terminology that competition breeds a change, or you have to keep up. Competition breeds innovation.
There you go.
There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Alabama, the words. So anyway, the innovation here is that Epic has now got a storefront. Now have attention, a lot of people, and they continue to ride this momentum that I can only see going even bigger, even better as they go. They're not the quickest to respond to criticism, so things like wish lists and things. The similarities that people have been begging for and asking for compared to Steam as a service are slowly trickling. They're still not quite there yet. I guess I don't really have a negative opinion of Epic at this point because they've not done me dirty. I've had a good time with their games. I probably continue to support them at this. How about you?
What's support?
Like
buy games from their store or the free games, or
I'm definitely going to continue to take advantage of the free games. If a deal comes along and it's at the Epic store, I'm more likely to purchase it than to wait for the version of that sale to hit. I'm more likely to buy exclusives if they're Epic Game Store exclusives, especially for an extended period of time. I bought Tetris Effect because it was a store exclusive before it hit anywhere else. It was hitting there. Of course, then Microsoft trumped that with a Connected and hit over the Game Pass. But yeah, things like that. Borderlands 3, I ended up getting from them. Showed up on Steam. Tetris Effect Connected before it showed up on Steam. Like it or not, if you want to play the game, real big fan of, you have an exclusive right. Your two courses of action are, if you really enjoy the game, head on that storefront and support the game dev. Willing to wait on that game, that determined not to give Epic your money. You're going to give your money to Steam anyway. When it releases it full price 6 months later, and Epic's already put the crap out of it. Mm-hmm. And the same goes for Steam. If something shows up on Steam and it's exclusive to Steam, I'm probably going to go that way as well.
Adam, what are your thoughts on Epic?
Well, like Steve 2 years ago, I was kind of like, why do we need this? There's no reason to have this. I don't need another Origin. Fuck that shit. And then they started baiting me with the free games. And I don't spend a ton of money on games a year because I have children, adult responsibilities, etc. And I'm the heaviest gamer physically and habitually in the house, so I have to kind of make value propositions. He's like, okay, this game is not on sale, I'm not going to buy it, or I really want this game, it's my one game, I'm going to get it retail this year. That kind of thing. So
honey, you need that deck painted?
Exactly.
Sure would like that Epic Game Store exclusive.
I actually have not purchased a game on Epic ever. They had Alien Isolation free last summer. I have always wanted to play it, never played it. I missed out on it. I was out of town and didn't have access to the stores, so I ended up paying for it on Steam. So I will purchase on Steam. I will take advantage of the free on the Epic, because outside of Epic's exclusives that are free to play, Fortnite, etc., I don't foresee using that storefront because I'm just used to Steam. I've been using Steam since I was forced to use Steam in 2004 when I had Half-Life 2 launch retail. So my opinion is I don't think we absolutely need another storefront. They have made great strides in the past 2 years to make it functional. It's no longer a piece of shit. It still bugs me every fucking day to install vCred when I've already done that numerous times. So I disallow it and it just says we couldn't update the Epic Store, and I'm like, tough shit. So my opinion is I don't need it, but I like the free shit. And that's the only thing I use it for, the free shit.
Yeah. Okay. I don't have it installed at all, and I don't think I ever will. The free games have never allured me, even if they were like big games. I always felt like there was a caveat to a lot of them anyway. But most of them you're not going to be able to play with Steam users. If it's like an Epic version, I'm not going to be able to necessarily play with Steam user versions of the game. Some games, I know when they made Grand Theft Auto free, that was huge. But I mean, it's fucking Grand Theft Auto. The game's been out the better part of 6-7 years. So,
Yep.
longer
than that, it was 2013, wasn't it?
Yeah, over that
7 to 8 years now. Well,
Yeah.
it'll be 8 years this October, but yeah, I was a part of that you know, I was there and I got it, and I'm like, I already own this on PS3. I own it on Xbox One.
Mhm.
I guess I'll own it on PC now.
Yeah, it's just not for me. There were some security issues, and usually I'm not a big conspiracy dipshit. But I just don't. If there's no reason for me to have it, like it doesn't have the games that I want at the price that I want. When I want to play, like, what's the point? And while I totally understand and appreciate the competition and ingenuity aspect, I don't necessarily believe the way they're doing it is the best way to do it. I think it's gimmicky. It's not sustainable. I know that in the financials that they released, they lost a huge chunk of money, but they made up for it in other revenue aspects that we'll cover. So,
Why do you say that? Segway Steve's ready over here. You just let me know when you let me go.
Go for it. Segue.
So speaking
Give us
of
the
profit,
numbers, man.
So apparently, also thank you very much for the follow, Anxiety Possum 13. I just wanted to shout that.
I know that person.
You know that person. Oh,
I know that person.
This is someone that knows Diego, not Dia. They're dangerous. We need to go ahead and watch him. Watch him, Mr. Stewart. Make sure he doesn't do anything amiss.
Yeah, I don't call Stewart by Stewart. I call him Sarge, and
Sarge.
we need the Sarge right now. You know, just to P's and Q's,
Ratchet
man.
that shit down. You know.
That's right.
So the Epic Game Store in the years of 2008, 2019, their sales records, apparently sales ledger, was made publicly available as a result of the ongoing legal woes between Apple and Epic regarding the banishment of the Game Store app from their ecosystem. Started a while back. Some of you may remember it. Some of you may not remember it. Some of you may have been born at the time that started. But there were apparently public records that were made public in that court case. So the sales from 2018 to 2019 on Fortnite alone totaled $9 billion. $9 billion. As you may recall, there was a period of time we were just discussing where the Epic Game Store was offering exclusives, farming rate daily. I think now it's every 2 weeks we get a new batch of games, 1 to 2, sometimes 3. They lost approximately $330 million by comparison in those purchases and in those agreements with the free. So kind of a drop in the bucket as to all that money that they lost investing in exclusives. And Dia is immediately shaking his head. But I mean, that's kind of like
I'm shaking my head for the reason you might not think I am,
yeah.
which is I can't fucking believe that Fortnite made that much fucking money.
Now
It's almost it's
didn't
almost disgusting to me. Almost.
they didn't specify the splits on the money. So I imagine Save the World is probably not their lead money. Imagine that as far as Save the World is concerned, player or key experience, that probably was even less than the 330 billion exclusives back. I'm sure the meat and taters is probably going to be from seasonal passes, which happen every season in 4. We've now had 10 plus 5. I think we're on chapter 2, season 5, as I recall, Stuart. He'll correct me if I'm wrong. And so over 15 total seasons of season passes, one of the highest player rates played online. Chapter 6 now, we're up to 16 total chapters with 16 total season passes needed.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Now, I mean, well, the argument that I say to that is it's a $10 season pass. So at $10 every 8 to 12 weeks, and for the amount that you get back, levels 1 through 100, get back approximately $10 worth of V-Bucks. So you get $10. You get your $10 back if you invest the time into it. And in many cases, that's what I see people doing is earn the V-Bucks level 1 to 100. They'll hold on to those V-Bucks and invest those V-Bucks into. Now, with the onset of this year they introduced Crew, which is approximately $14 subscription-based service. So now they've had to change the rules. You can still buy your season pass. You can still do your levels 1 through 100, or you can do Fortnite Crew. $15 a month charge. They give you 1,000 V-Bucks each month, which is a $10 cash in there, 1,000 V. They also happen to give you every month one exclusive skin that's not going to be available in the shop as of yet. Keep promising that'll never happen. It's only been 3 or 4. So we'll see what they do, but I don't know how they're going to continue to keep those hidden. Somebody's going to have a demand. Somebody's going to announce have those skins. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to hate on the fact you can hate on the game. It's a silly concept and everything's cosmetic. There's no pay to win aspect whatsoever. These are strictly, hey, if you want to buy it, you don't care. Who cares? And I kind of always like that aspect. I want to invest in it. I'm having fun with it. I enjoy the time that I spend with my fellow fathers of Fortnite on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I have a good time with it. Group of people. I feel like you probably may feel the same way about Call of Duty. I don't know.
Yeah. Call of Duty for me is either I'm having fun with the guys because Call of Duty is a super sweaty community, and it's because they have the whole skill-based matchmaking. The better you are, the sweatier it gets. And so I tend to find myself in super sweaty lobbies all the time. Or it's just purely competitive. Mostly it's just like I don't really play. I'll go nights without playing Call of Duty because there's nobody else to play with and I'm not going to play with random people. So I only really get the intrinsic enjoyment with the boys. That being said, I did get back-to-back Warzone wins last night, so that was something.
Nice.
I don't have a problem with Fortnite in of itself. It's not my cup of tea, but man, I'm really surprised that game has as much steam as it does. Because it came out right around when PUBG came out, and PUBG is.
It took.
I don't want to say PUBG is dead, but I mean, there's somebody I follow right now on Twitch who's playing it, so that's something.
I mean, PUBG is still around. They're still doing seasons. They're up to
Yeah, something like that.
It's about the same amount of seasons, and there's a diehard following for it. The times that I played with you one round, exactly one
Hmm.
round.
Hmm.
I've played with other people a handful of rounds. My complication with PUBG, the fact that my age and the way that the game lays out, hit detection, the way the game lays out, damage, and how it displays to you, I'm dead before I realize I'm being shot 90% of the and then I'm trying to target people and have a hard time seeing the people because it's brown people on brown background. It's like trying to target Gears of War characters. I'm looking for glowy bits. There's no glowy bits. What do I do?
Okay, I have two stories. We're gonna come back to the topic. Two
Yes.
things. Story one. It's not really a story. It's just more of a comment now that you bring it up. So at the gym last night, Steve, and I was working out with the crew, and there was a guy lifting next to us who was like Gears of War at home. Like if you were shopping at the store and you're like, "Hey, mom, can we get Gears of War?" and she's like, "No, we have Gears of War at home." That was what that guy looked like. He looked like a fucking cog soldier that just didn't quite make the cut. Like he was 90% there. They were gonna like rubber stamp him in, and they're just like, "Nah, you're defected just a wee bit."
So
So
Carmine D.
I thought he was like a mix. Like if Marcus had sex with Dom and then that kid had sex with Carmine, that's what that guy looked like.
Okay.
Yeah, he had like a little bit of all of them in there, but he was just so top heavy. It was insane to me. I could totally see him playing an extra in the Gears of War movie because the fact if they don't hire that guy to be in the movie, I'm done with it already.
Go ahead and start petitioning this guy.
That's right. That's right. And then yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't even I don't even I don't know. I can't even remember what I was going to bring up. Story number two. So
Derailed.
derailed.
It
It
happens.
happens. I'm old.
So the sales numbers 9 billion was for 2018 2019. I think 2020 they probably took a hit, but also in the same logic they may have done.
No, they wouldn't have. I don't think they would have taken a hit because
Don't think so.
everybody's home. I
Yeah.
mean, the appeal as a non-Fortniter looking in, my my cousin's son who's like 7, he's heavily into Fortnite. He plays it on PS4 and his tablet, his Amazon tablet. And I'm like, he's into it, man. I mean, he's all into it. And every birthday gift, every every little reward he gets, it's V-Bucks. His parents are buying the gift cards, or they're buying, PS network gift cards so that they can purchase V-Bucks with that money. So, and the kids, even the kids in my son's class, my son's in kindergarten, they're playing it. I mean, and then you have, 40, 50, 60-year-old dudes playing it too, and probably ladies, but there's guys every Tuesday and Thursday nights playing Fortnite that what you wouldn't think would be in the demographic, but they are, and they're having an insanely good time. I mean, I've seen the clips. There's someone who's really good with running people over.
Beep beep.
Let me.
motherfucker.
Can I ask you something, Steve?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not judgmental at all.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine.
Are your kids really into Fortnite? And if so, who's more into Fortnite, them or you?
My son is definitely into Fortnite. I would say he. This is an interesting concept that I guess I'd like to bring up with that question. I play Fortnite and I play it on a stream live,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I do not seem or feel like I play it as a streamer. I feel like I play it as someone who enjoys being around his friends, enjoys playing
Mhm.
the game for the fun of the game.
Mhm.
My son picked up on Fortnite first from watching YouTube
Mhm.
and watching YouTubers play and their best ofs and their compilations. They have a specific mannerism. They have a specific verbiage. They have a specific way they treat people, that they destroy, they kill, they topple. They have a specific way they react when they get their ass beat. They go down, and it is very much. My son's a sweat. That's what my son is, a fucking sweat. That's what I'm saying.
Unfortunately, it's monkey see, monkey do on that YouTube Let's Play shit.
Yeah.
So we had to kind of restrict whom he consumes that type of media. So when we see somebody that's using language, we restrict using that user. Another user, the next user. But the overwhelming majority have a specific behavior that tuned himself to. And so he does act a specific way. He does call people sweats when himself is a sweat. He does not have the ability to see in those particular glasses that he is one himself. And so he tends to be a little obnoxious at times. I find it, sometimes I have fun playing with him, and sometimes I am not having as much. Yeah. Oh, he learned the floss from Fortnite. Doesn't even play, and he learned the floss. Doesn't even play,
but he knows about floss. That's about it. I mean, YouTube culture, kids.
Is that the one that where?
Are you gonna do it?
I'm
Oh no!
I think I'm gonna do it. We're gonna find out real quick.
Boy,
That the one
this is the content I signed up for.
Is that the one where they do
That's
thing?
it.
That the one I am way too mid-heavy to do this stuff. I have a gut, and I have a butt that's in the way. It's not much of a butt, it's a fat ass, but it's there. And I've seen that dance, and the best I can do is the Charleston comparison. I'm just holding my knees.
It's
called the floss because it basically looks like you're flossing your ass.
Right, you're flossing your ass with a towel, and I don't think there's many kids that understand that that's what they're in fact doing.
No, they really don't. And I think Stuart enjoyed that.
I think you just figured out the solution to your problem.
I just have to dance.
Every time he's playing,
you and Steve Jr. playing, and he starts acting a certain way, and you're streaming live. You're like, you know what, guys? Don't worry, Dad's got the floss going on.
Yep, that's right.
That would get me to quit Fortnite so quick.
Just walk into the room, and be like, "Hey guys,
you see that? You see that fella, the fifth nobleman? Man, that's my son. Go check him out. Here's me. I'm gonna do the floss. Woo! Look at me.
Here's my funny story. Here is my PUBG-ish related story.
All right, here we go.
So, you know me. I have this weird sounding voice. I sound like I smoke like 40 cigarettes a day, and that's just how it is. So I get mistaken for being a lot older than I actually am when I play online. And sometimes it's appropriate because I play with a lot of sweaty 13 and 12 and 8-year-olds. And so they're like, oh my God, you're just so old. But sometimes it just leads into the best fucking night of just making shit up that you can fucking come up with.
A couple years ago,
they will.
Yeah. A couple years ago, I was playing PUBG. And it was this completely random game with completely random people. And I normally don't get on comms unless, I really want to win. So I start talking to the team. And one of the kids just comes up. He's like, wow, you're really good for being someone so old. And I was just like, huh, like, how do I want to react to this? So I just ran with it. I was like, yeah, I like to practice on my free time because I play with my son. And he's like, oh, you play with your son? I was like, yeah, I'm old. I'm retired now. They're like, how old are you? Because the whole team was talking to me. I just turned 57. I retired a little early. So, my son was just all over the place. And now I play games with him. But I'm not very good. So I'm trying to get good, as good as him. And there was like, well, what's his stream? I was like, oh yeah, he's pretty popular. I think it's Shroud. I think is his name on like your son is Shroud. And I was like, yeah, he's pretty good. I'm trying to get good enough to play with him, and they bought it. They just bought it.
They just accept that stuff. It's on the internet. It's on the internet. It's got to be true.
That's the modern day. I heard about this code in Mortal Kombat where you can turn into a fish. You know,
no. They went to school the next day. Dude, I
yeah.
played with Shroud's dad.
That's exactly what happened. They talked about that shit in class. Probably annoyed the fucking teacher out of it. You killed it.
Yep. Was that it? Was that
It died.
it? Died.
Yeah.
What died?
It got so high pitched that we couldn't hear it because we're old.
So I got high pitched with it. That's the problem.
I gotta say this voice. Oh my God, guys! My dad, he plays Fortnite. I played Fortnite with Shroud's dad. Oh my God, it's the most amazing thing ever.
Was that better? Is that what?
That'll work. That'll do.
Take two.
That's
Flip
another
that
good
shit
way
out.
to get
It's
me to
fine.
play.
Erase.
To get me to quit Fortnite. Talk like that.
Just talk like that all the time.
Yeah.
Hey guys, where are we dropping? Let's go to Salty. I wanna go to Salty. Guys, let's go to Salty. Salty, guys. Guys, let's go to Salty. Guys, we dropping to Salty? Where are you guys going to dots? I'm only in Salty, guys.
Someone
man.
please clip that too.
Oh, that's one thing. Sidebar here, but Stuart just put Misty Meadows.
Right, Misty Meadows.
Misty Meadows is a porn name if I ever heard it. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Lazy Lake is not a porn name. Misty Meadows, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was this weird trend in Call of Duty probably like 6 months to a year ago. Right, it was 6 to 8 months ago. A little earlier, maybe.
Oh, yeah, just,
Where everybody, every single person had usernames or screen names that were named after porn actors. Every single one. So I was just getting killed by a Riley Reid here or someone else there. Every single one. And it was just like, you know what? The best part is I was having this this existential discussion with someone a couple days ago about if we all experience the same thing at the same way. Like, how do you know that when you taste a peach, it's the exact same taste as someone else? Like when they experience it, and they're like, well, okay. That was like, you've never seen a group, a whole fucking Discord channel just go quiet than when you all get killed by Riley Reid because you all recognize the name. Like there wasn't a single dude in that Discord that didn't recognize every single porn name that killed us. And we're like, okay, we get it. We all experience porn the same. We don't know who these people are.
The best is you got to have your soundboard buttons ready, because at the end of that squad wipe, when you got your ass beat by Riley Reid and everyone's real quiet and it's all awkward, all you got to do is just play, and there it is.
I don't know if that went through on Twitch super well. I don't know.
No.
No, I'm hearing it on Twitch just fine.
Oh, you're hearing it on Twitch just fine.
Good.
It's through Discord, so we played that drum beat twice now. So
not a copyright track, believe it or not.
No, it's not. It's not. But it's interesting because you say a story like that. I used to play competitive Forza online a lot. Back in Forza 2, Forza 3, and so I would get on there, and there'd be some guys my age, mid-30s, and then there'd be a ton of 15, 16, 17-year-olds, and I would go in there and they're doing the voice crack, and I'm in there with my deep voice, and they're just like, God, how old are you? And I'm like, I would actually play it down. I'd be like, I'm only 15.
Only 15.
And they're like, why is your voice so fucked up? And I'm like, I've seen some shit. I was in a car fire very young. My parents were killed, and I was sent to an orphanage where all they do is teach you how to play Forza. And these fuckers believe that shit. I mean,
I actually like taking the moniker of the old gamer. The way I look at it, right, is like we have never experienced this before, ever. In the history of humanity. We will be
Right.
the first quote unquote old people playing video games.
Yep.
And it will be like common and normal for us.
Mhm.
So when we're in our 40s or 50s or 60s or whatever playing whatever video games, like we will, we can say truthfully we've been playing them for the vast majority of our life, and we still want to be kicking ass at that age because I'm pretty good at most games that I play, especially if they're competitive in nature, except for fucking Rachel over here destroying us in fucking Scriblio. But yeah, God, it's just fucking.
Right now, she
goddamn
can't decorate her cake because of us, do you?
Yeah.
She's also really good at decorating cakes. If you guys ever
we're
eat a
making her
cake,
laugh.
no, she's still good at it. She's just laughing a lot, but she's still good at it. But yeah, I definitely want to be really, really, really good, or as good as I am now in video games, and I think that's going to be a reality by the time I hit, my 50s, 60s, somewhere around there. I want to be playing Call of Duty 58 in my 50s and just wipe every single person there.
It's just not. It's not going to be like C0D, 33, whatever DD exclamation point emoji.
I think by that time it will be Call of Duty Mountain Dew Wars.
Oh,
Yep,
yep.
Yeah, and I will definitely subscribe to those season passes.
Absolutely. You got to unlock all those extra Mountain Dews. You got to have them.
And
Competitive edge.
I'm team Baja Blast all the way.
Dude, I'm Team Code Red.
Yeah,
I'm that midnight grape or whatever one. Those are my favorite.
purple one.
Yeah.
He is not a
You mean the
true
one that
Call of
tastes
Duty
like-
player. Kill him, slay him.
Dude,
He plays Fortnite.
He plays Fortnite, the kids version of Call of Duty.
That's what it is.
Yes, Steve, you like the Mountain Dew that tastes like carbonated Dimetapp?
That's it, baby. I mean, Diamond Tap's good, man. I'm just saying. Diamond Tap's a good, great.
It's like you have Robitussin. And
Tussin's too much. Tussin's too much. Man.
No, the Tussin would like
Tussin gets hot right there.
Yeah, it tickles the top of your mouth and then it burns your stomach as it goes
Way to
down.
really play into the Alabama stereotype, boys.
That's right.
Good job.
That's right. We call that Grandpa's juice. Because Grandpa would just be like, "Oh, I need some Tussin."
I had to mention this because Dia was on the subject of interesting usernames. I saw the most interesting username today earlier in Twitch. I usually have Twitch off to the side while I work, and in between calls, I'll swap over and everything. And anyways, I saw an interesting username. It was a new start.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was a new start, man. I was like, that good for him. Good for him. Good for him. That is great. He's got a new start. It's a great name, and I just put the spelling of it in the chat, and it is actually ain't a start.
Was his name Michael Bluth?
Not Michael Bluth. Interestingly enough, unless he was lying.
Yeah. Well, if you're not lying, you're not trying.
Yeah, good old anus tart. Gosh.
Fucking anus tart.
It'll get you
every single time. Yeah, I like it.
Oh man. So we had that nonsense with Epic Games Store. There's still the Epic Apple lawsuit that's going on. and today was an interesting day to say the least. Apparently Apple tried to get Epic Games to admit that they are serving porn on their Epic Games Store. That's right, folks, porn on the Epic Games Store.
What is pornography?
It is adult and lewd content with nudity, and sexual situations that are not meant for kids. Kids play Fortnite, and they're on there and they're playing pornographic games too. It's a gateway drug. First it's the Fortnite, then it's the furry porn video game.
I have to tell my friend a new start about this. He is going to be devastated when he finds out about the pornography. Is that what you call it? Pornography?
Well,
on Twitch?
Pornography.
Pornography.
Porno.
Mm-hmm.
Pornography. All right, gotcha.
Yep.
So the
Yep.
argument is that there's porn on the Epic Games. Epic Games Store denied the allegation. They spent a over 10-minute conversation arguing back and forth about it. Essentially, what it boils down to is Epic just recently allowed applications to be installed on the front. They've got a lot of nice apps to start with to get you going. See if we have those listed. That I could rattle off a few. Browse all. They don't list apps in the store, so the only way you can find them is, I guess, you have to find it through the home. Anyways, they've got all kinds of applications. One of those applications is an indie store called itch.io.
Hmm.
It is what
Wild
was 10, 15 years ago? Was it 15 years ago? We used to have like the Humble bundles, and we used to have different websites that would show up and promote indie games. Well, those indie games have now become their own mainstream event. So they're indie, but they're being promoted and profited with larger companies, published by larger companies. So now there's another indie roots movement that's even lower than that. And all you have to do is just write a code and make sure it works and submit it off, and it's in Itch.io's storefront.
Mhm.
So accessing Itch.io's storefront will get you all the lovely porn games you can imagine, and a lot that you probably couldn't.
You think that is going to be a significant legal argument in court?
No. Say why. So when you download the Itch.io app, you're greeted with a message that you have to agree to that says, this is an application. It is a portal to other things that are not Epic Game Store related. You are downloading this application in full compliance, that you understand what this means, and that it access things that may or may not comply with our terms of service because of the nature of the type of application. They put it all in there. The first app you install, you're hit with this wall of text that you have to agree to, and because of that, it complies with their term of service, and it can be allowed onto the store. No one is going to get hurt from Epic's side from it, and no parent is going to be able to sue Epic for it. They can try to sue Itch.io, but when you launch the Itch.io store, you have to register their account and accept their terms of service, and it's very plain as day registered there as well. So it's a wasted argument to try to chase tails or be a Karen and go after this Itch.io store or Epic Games. Both of them have completely legalized and washed their hands.
That being said, and let me tell me if you agree with me. I think Apple's going to win the overall court case. I think that at the end of the day, they're going to come out on top on all of this. Do you agree? Do you think that they're going to succeed overall in court?
I think the argument will become open versus closed infrastructures. And so Apple, being a closed infrastructure, is going to run their ship the way they see it. Anyone who has an open is not going to be open. If you're open with your sources, if you're open for business, closed the way that Apple's ecosystem is, you can do. You can't really have any legal ramifications. That's to bypass you around your store or link around your store. If the ability exists on the device, it becomes your device, and you can do it, please. So I think this will be the precedent that is set. I think they're going to ultimately lose the battle directly against Apple, but they're going to set the precedent. Google's is any knowledge that is considered an open OS will be able to allow the through, but that doesn't mean that Google has to allow it on their Play Store. So I think they're going to lose in every regard with that, and it's going to always be you have to inject it. So find a third party to get. Go directly to their website, and their website will handle all that for you. Have that set up to do that for you.
And you can still sideload Fortnite on Android, right?
Yeah, you can APK and install.
Yeah, just download the APK. Right.
Yeah. So the argument is ultimately, if you have a free market, that market remains free, and you can't delist someone unless they have broken not a very general rule that abides everyone that lists on there. But if you are a closed market, market where you control the content, you control what's on the shelf, then you have ultimate say. It's as simple as that. That's the way everything works. A car dealership is a closed market. They make a deal with a manufacturer, they go into business, and they're only allowed to sell X models. But in their used cars, which is where they have their trade-ins, they're allowed to list whatever they get that way, because it facilitates the sale with the business owner themselves. And so that's kind of in one place you have a free and a closed market in one central location. But the actual unless it's a dealership certified vehicle, this manufacturer certifies this vehicle because this vehicle was a used version of one of their cars, then that is renewed, and then you can buy that using the manufacturer's financial institution. You can't with just I can't go to a Chevy dealership and get a Toyota that's certified for 4 years under the Toyota brand. I can't. So in this case, you're going to see a lose on every front for Epic. They can't force themselves into a closed market if the owner and operator of that closed market doesn't let them in. Another analogy would be a flea market. A flea market that is open is a flea market that happens every Saturday morning, and you just set up a booth there and you pay a guy $50 for the day to put your booth up. A flea market that's open all the time is a building where the owners dictate who they let in and what those people sell. Just as an analogy, my dad sells woodworking crafts through a flea market that is owned by people, and they dictate not only the prices that the material goes on for sale for, they have, they get their cut of that as well, their 20% cut, and but they get their 20% cut, which is a little egregious in my opinion. But all they do is they provide the shelf space. My dad rents it out for the 20% surcharge fee that they take off of what he sells. So my dad really can't dictate the price. He just gives them a suggestion. They go with something, and then they say, yeah, this will sell realistically at this price. Fine, fine to go. But that's why you see stuff like Origin and Epic happening. These Epic Game Stores, Origin, EA wants to cut out the middleman, which is the store front. They want to, Valve was a publisher of games, but then they became a broker for games. And now Epic was a publisher of games. Now they're a broker of games as well as a publisher. And EA was a publisher of games, and now they're a publisher and a broker of their own games. So, kidding.
That was all really informative and well-spoken and intelligent and insightful, but all I could think about that entire time was, if I went to a dealership and they offered me a Fortnite card, what would it be called? Why would I buy it?
Salty Shores. It's Salty Shores. We're dropping in Salty, right? Salty. Let's go to Salty, guys. We're going to drop in Salty, okay? Why are you guys going to Docks? Where are you guys going? Why are you leaving me? I'm over
I
here.
want one of them sissy Fortnite cars. Give me one of them. I want the literal Call of Duty Jeep Wrangler that they actually saw one of those at a dealership.
I saw
Like
one
a
in
year
real
ago.
life.
Call
Yeah,
of Duty branded car.
they have a Call of Duty branded Jeep.
I saw
A
dude who
Modern
bought one.
Warfare branded Jeep, yeah. And I saw one at a dealership.
Didn't it come with a copy of the game and a console to play it on?
It fucking better. For the price they were selling it, it better. It
Like
better come with a
68, something like that.
It better come with a goddamn. It better come with
Better come with
everything
a
I
machine
need
gun.
to start Modern Warfare, like literal Modern Warfare. I
I
need
want
to
to be
have
able
a
to play
gun,
it in the Jeep.
ammo, want to have a sniper rifle. I want my grenades. That's the only way you're gonna get me to. Well, actually, that's not true. I would've liked that.
Yeah, he would have. But so next time I go to the Jeep dealer, I can get my King's Ranch Jeep, which is for farm hands. I can get my Harley Davidson Jeep, which is for bikers. You know, the guys that go out on Saturday and Sunday and pretend to be ruthless. And then I can
And I
get
can
me.
turn around and get my Call of Duty Modern Warfare Jeep. I'm gonna tell your mom to suck my balls.
You're spam the shit out of that, aren't you?
It's there. It's got to be used, man. A new character every week. I swear.
I love it.
Try and put something new in there. You know.
Oh man, I've got so many noble marks. It's all, you're making me itch. I need to
boy.
spend them.
Oh,
Oh boy. How many is so many?
Oh, I got 10K or something like
man.
that.
Oh.
So-
That is a lot. of noble
Wait.
marks.
You say you have 10K? That's out there. I'm just saying. I'd have to go get a spoon.
I think that's worth the 7,500.
Make
Watch you get up to go get a spoon for your
me
ultimate.
get up to go get a spoon for my ultimate.
There you go.
Dude.
No one's ever done that one yet, by the way.
Oh man, I could
man, it's like you want him to do it.
Oh,
Hey, it's
he
content.
kind of
baby.
does actually. He kind of does. So I think before I make you burn your ass off later, I think we should discuss the thing I was trying to seg to with my dad being charged 20% of all sales that occur at the place where he puts his furniture up for sale. It's almost like they could lower that to be more competitive with other places. I mean, that's a concept I've not really heard much about, but maybe you have, Steve. Maybe you can.
You know,
Give me a real-
interesting that you fed the segue to Segway Steve again, and I just happen to have a segue for that. Apparently, I tried to discuss this last week, and it ended up going to like, oh yeah, Microsoft. They bought. It was a Microsoft story, and I think Stuart yelled out, yeah, Microsoft's buying Discord, and then the whole conversation just went whoop, and I never got it back. And then Stone Cold kicked me in the nuts, gave me a Stone Cold Stunner, and you know that was that. So anyway, Microsoft Store had a sudden turn and dropped their cut. All the online stores have a particular cut of a transaction that takes place. Steam, for instance, takes a 30% cut. Any sales that are in Steam's ecosystem, sell a 90 game, 30% off before they hand you. So the standard, the gold standard, has been 30%, and that's actually what led to those lawsuits that we mentioned here. Microsoft, in a sudden turn, decided to drop the cut to their store to match the Epic Game Store's cut, which is approximately 12%. They've made that decision. That decision is actually going to begin effect in August. And that means that the only storefront that services... Oh, I don't know about Origin. I guess Origin gets to pocket all their stuff since it's all EA. And Uplay pockets all their stuff because it's all Ubisoft. So for the mega storefronts that host gaming in general, the only one that's still cutting 30% is Steam. And I figure, with the way things are going, and this set to happen in August, that somebody at Steam headquarters must be ready to roll that summer Steam sale this year. And the announcement will come right around the same time as the announcement for when the sale begins, and that they'll drop to the 12% cut. That's a win-win for anyone if that occurs, that creates games, creates content, self-publishes, develops their own. Any developer is going to win off of this, and then the companies, the big companies, are all going to get more money.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. It's essentially if you're a developer who relies on Steam and keeping your game up to date through Steam and attracting more people, that's almost like a raise if you have pretty consistent sales. Now, in the gaming industry, consistent sales isn't very often. There's a bell curve essentially, but for my opinion, I have some thoughts on this. I usually compare it to the music industry, since I have published music before, and I do have music on storefronts all over
Adam,
the
you've
place.
published music. You should tell us more.
I will after I say my piece. I'm very, very modest about this shit. I shouldn't be. I should be selling it, but I don't. So like for instance, today, one of the storefronts is called Bandcamp, and you can list on Bandcamp for free. And you can set your stuff to be name your price, so people can just pay what they think it's worth, or you can set a hard price. So for instance, my latest album that I collaborated on with a synthwave artist, kind of 80s music, style synthesizer music, I put it up there for $7.99. I've sold like maybe 3 albums, but it's also on Spotify, and Spotify gives you a certain amount of cents per streams, or every time someone listens to more than 50% of the song, you get like a ninth of a cent. I've had music published since 2019, and my total sales from the first album that I released to the couple of singles that I released to the most recent album I released in February, totals altogether sales and streams about maybe $60-$70. And Bandcamp takes 20% off the top of every sale. And today, every Friday since the pandemic started, they have set that every Friday they set that to 0. So if you want to support an artist on Bandcamp, you want them to get the full amount of money that you're spending, you buy it on Friday, and you'll see bands and music artists all the time that are listed on Bandcamp. Every Friday, they'll post on Facebook or social media anywhere saying, hey, who are you going to support today? I think the video game industry is ripe for that, for indies. I think Steam, Epic, or someone needs to say, you know what, let's drop our revenue share for an independent studio or independent gaming for one day. And if you can support these independent guys on that 0 revenue share Friday, so that way we're encouraging the independent developers to make more games, because the more games we have, better competition we have, the more innovation. But that's just my 2 cents on that, because it is driving an anti-piracy movement in the music industry. A lot of piracy sites are starting to shut down because they used to be for rare. It's also the lawsuits, but a lot of them, parts of one of the reasons they're shutting down is because music is more freely available now, and that's through streaming, that's through Bandcamp, where you can even listen to the album 3 times before you have to pay for it. So that's cool. I think we should have something like that in the gaming industry. We should have a 0% revenue share day with the storefronts, and I think we should have kind of like a limited time demo for gaming, but make it not like 30 minutes. Give us access to a portion of the game for a week or 2, and then let us decide if we want to purchase it or not. Pay the full retail price to go past level 2 or 3 or whatever it is, or whatever.
I think a lot of devs have kind of met halfway there for a lot of their demos. Especially if it's like they know that's going to be a big multiplayer game, is they'll allow you to keep stuff that you've earned in the demo to carry over to the main game. I know that with Call of Duty specifically, that they'll have like free multiplayer weekends, and anything that you unlock will just carry over to the main game if you decide to buy it. And the whole demo is like the whole game. It's just behind a paywall. Right. So downloading the whole game, you have it. I know that they did something kind of interesting with the new Resident Evil game, where the demo was set for a certain amount of time per account, not even per play session, just per account. You get 30 minutes or an hour in the demo, and then that's it, and nothing carried over there. But I like that idea. I like being able to download something, try it out, and if you decide you like it after that, just jump right into it without any hassle. Good idea.
Yep. I think they can take that even further, and because really independent games are kind of a whole market to themselves now. It's a lot of chaff to weed through, but eventually you'll find the diamond in the rough. Like Jafar did with Aladdin at one time, a long time ago.
It wasn't Aladdin. It was Prince Ali. Please.
Okay, Prince Ali of Ababwa.
Yes. I had someone ask me once if Agrabah was a real place because it was part of a poll that they sent out to likely Republican voters if they supported the bombing of Agrabah, and an overwhelming majority of them said yes.
Because they all look alike. All those
Man.
those towns look like they're spelled the same.
I don't know where Agrabah is.
They were only a few consonants from Akahiraba, so
I bet they could do that and they'd get the same damn response too. Just put
Well,
a picture.
yeah.
Put a picture of some Middle East structure that looks like, and then Akihabara, boom. Yeah, down in some bitches. Hit them mother. Hey, bomb.
Bomb the center of Japanese gaming. Why not? Let's do it.
I just want to. This is completely random. This is your random trivia of the day. Is Japan actually joined America in their fight in Iraq the second time in George Bush's fight, George W. Bush, but they didn't send soldiers. Oh no! Japan joined the coalition and they sent monkeys. I'm not even joking. They sent live monkeys, potentially to disarm mines or just set them off in the battlefield.
I was about to say that's kind of one and the same. If a monkey's disarming a mine, it's because he's stepping on it.
Yeah. This is 2004, so they were a little more liberal about animal rights abuses. But
wow,
Peter would have a field day, man.
Speaking of a field day, those monkeys had a good time.
Right up until click.
I was like, I know Japanese history, but weren't they like disallowed from having a standing army, and they can only have what's called a self-defense force or Japanese defense force? So they couldn't have an army to send us, so they sent us monkeys. That's interesting. So they sent us mine decoys.
Click, click, boom. That's right, Stuart. Oh man,
I'm pretty sure that's how Planet of the Apes starts.
About to say, I'm pretty sure I've seen those movies.
Yep. It's there's some of those monkeys that get sent back and they remember shit.
Remember.
Yep.
They will have the last laugh.
If Japan doesn't make an anime about this, I'm going to be really upset.
Me too. Giving them so many good ideas.
Anybody been watching the new seasons? Segway Steve.
I haven't really. So there is one anime that I'm kind of interested. I want to start watching, but I haven't yet. I don't know how to pronounce it, and it's weird because I like history, especially Roman history. But it is a show about a Roman gladiator during the time of Nero. But they're all clearly Japanese people, just in Rome. It's the same. It's the same animation style as 2016's Berserk. So it's kind of like that CGI, kind of weird looking.
Is it better or the same as that Berserk?
I haven't actually watched it yet, but I was reading about it, and then I saw it on Crunchyroll a couple nights ago, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" I need. You know what? I'll link it. I'll link it in the chat.
I see it. It's called the Roman Fighter.
Yes. Yeah. There you go.
Set in ancient Rome, follows the life of Cestus, Young man who's enslaved and trained as a boxer. And I see a couple of screens of it, stills, but man, I mean, it looks good on stills.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the problem. It looks good on stills.
Right? Oh no.
Berserk looked pretty great in stills that were released too. I'm just saying.
Yeah, if it looks anything like 2016 Berserk, I already know I'm gonna be disappointed.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's somewhere between Berserk and latest Guilty Gear. Except they should have just given it to Arc System Works and let them take it over. I think they
I'm
could have
actually
done a better job
watching
with it.
the trailer that I linked now, and it definitely looks worse than Berserk, which is saying something.
Yep.
That's a really low bar to get below, but they did it.
Oof.
Son of a bitches, they did it.
Mhm.
I can't believe they did it. Oh man.
So
So that's out.
yeah, I've been watching something with animation that's a little not so great.
Okay.
So I'm preloading this this review. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but the new Netflix anime Yasuke.
Yeah.
I have not seen it, but I've wanted to watch it.
It is. I will be honest. The soundtrack is fantastic. It's
That's what got me.
yeah. The soundtrack's fantastic. The animation is
Not so much.
the dubbing is, but and the story is like because Yasuke was a real person.
He was.
He was Oda Nobunaga's pretty much right hand man and protector, and he also happened to be a member of the Ya tribe, and the he was a black individual. He ended up becoming a samurai, and his real story is awesome. But what this anime has decided to do is to mix magic and robots into 1590s Japan.
No.
And if it didn't work for that, for the Batman movie that came out a couple years ago,
Yeah, I mean, so the first 2 episodes, I'm like, yeah, this is kick ass, great fight scenes, good characterization, good story. The dubbing is I'm not a dub guy. I can't stand it.
It's got to be
But
real good.
It's got to be a really good dub, and I'll be honest, the dub's not so good. I've never met a dub I liked. Maybe Your Name was an okay dub.
Yeah, I'm alright with that. I'm still okay with Super's dub. Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z.
I was gonna say I like Dragon Ball Z's dub,
So
and Cowboy Bebop, but that's not
good.
it.
Well, so the problem with that is that I like those versions of those shows because they are the versions that I saw on Toonami. So
Shit, Shredder's in the chat.
oh,
yeah.
holy
What's up, Shredder?
What? He's been watching.
Yo, Daryl.
I know him.
Called
Doxed
him out. I done called
Dox-
him out. And I got your Vinland Saga right there. I got all 24 episodes. I'm waiting to catch up on it. Yes, sir.
another one. At least I know where I can go get it now.
Yeah, you know exactly where you can go get it. You never had to question that.
You know what else you're gonna need to get, Steve?
What else?
Besides Vinland Saga,
Go ahead.
you're gonna need to get a fucking package.
Hey.
And you're gonna have to chase it down with you're gonna have to chase that packy down with Suki.
I am ready for this new anime arc right here.
That is the first redemption for the Yucateco hot sauce channel point redemption. And it's not the first packy chip I've done. All right, let me grab my 2 packy chips real quick. Oh, this is gonna suck. Oh, all right.
Go ahead and do this.
Yeah, you think? Be right back. I gotta get a spoon
He's getting a spoon. So here's what's about to happen, everybody.
and some milk.
Dia redeemed Eat a Packy Chip, which is a ghost pepper powder chip. And I redeemed for the very first time for Steve a spoonful of Yucateco hot sauce. So Steve is about to eat 2 very hot chips and chase it with raw hot sauce out of a spoon, and for 3 minutes he can't drink water or milk or anything else. It's going to get insane.
Clearly, my cats are interested in seeing
Either that or
this.
he's just going to sit there and from.
That's right. Tell Mom it burns. Oh, God. I didn't even get the damn milk. So fucking tore up about it.
We are gonna expect a cafefe very soon.
At least Covfefe level.
Yeah.
At least. I mean, we might even.
Adam, do you feel a twinge of guilt? Do you feel bad for Steve?
Seeing as I could probably
Oh,
do this
gosh.
challenge Steve is about to do without flinching, no.
Yes, it's going to get very. I'm going to live.
You hear that,
tweet
Steve?
shit.
You son of a bitch! You deserve this.
I deserve this, it says. He says I deserve it.
Look, he was
I'll have
shaking.
you know, I'm not
shaking
half-assing.
that bottle.
I am not half-assing.
All right.
I got
I
a
will
spoon.
take that shredder.
Oh, he
It's
got
not
a real spoon.
That's not a teaspoon,
Not a-
fellas.
Oh, that's a table.
It is the table.
Yeah, I feel like this is your first time doing this challenge. We
It
need
is.
some music.
We need
I got music for my Pockies. I think we need some music here.
All right. Let's see.
Do
what I
we
can-
have anything that won't get copyrighted?
The last thing got copyrighted.
Exactly. Do we have anything that won't get copyrighted?
That's a good
Or
question.
something. I mean, it'd be really. See, I just need to. I guess I need to produce some stuff that we won't get dinged on.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you there. Oh, you know what? Let me go check sound
Yeah.
bars.
I'm, since lasers has suggested that I'm replaced with a stuffed animal, I am placing a stuffed animal. There, let's see if I can get her on the mic.
Oh man! Apparently, Voice Mod added a new profile, sitcom. Yes. Now I can be just like our friend, Super Nintendo Bros.
All right, there you go.
It's those exact sounds too. It's oohs and woos and wahs and applause. Sounds, musics,
There you go.
music. Pardon. Are y'all hearing that?
There you go. Oh, the Twitch is here.
Twitch is definitely hearing it. Can you hear me and it?
Yeah, that'll work. Let's get that. Kind of sounds like game show porn music. I like it.
I dig it. All right. First, let's give it a good shake here. Dial it back 20%. Let me see if it'll.
Yeah, we're not getting you as well.
Let's see. Is that better? Now we got me. I volume down a bit.
Yeah, I can hear you now. You're not rattly.
Not rattling. Got it. All right, here we go. Oh man, this is thick. Oh, look at that thick boy.
Thick sauce. God damn, that's some thick sauce.
Thick ass sauce. Woo, woo. Easy. My first
Look,
natural reaction is to lick
little-
that because I overflowed a little bit.
A little overboard.
I'm a lefty. I have to swap hands now. Now I want you to see that is a nice heaping teaspoon of that particular hot sauce. It's gonna make these Packy chips go down real easy.
You're not
So
even gonna taste the Packy.
Well, that's the thing is I think I'm gonna go with a Packy, and then
A Packy sauce Packy.
that's kind of what I was at. So all right,
Do a sauce sandwich. Okay, ghost pepper chip, raw hot sauce, lamb, and Yucateco is not exactly mild, and it's also very acidic. Oh, he's gonna be shitting bricks tonight, and by bricks I mean nothing but mud. And he licked it for effect. Don't forget your 3-minute timer.
I gotta finish eating it first.
That's true. Oh my god. Ashi's here for it.
I think she's here for the people at the pool, but
Yep.
Okay, Google, set a timer for 3 minutes.
remember, Steve, I don't know what the fuck you did, but you earned it. You deserved it.
Oh,
Son of a bitch.
Oh, God.
I finally avenged my fallen brothers in Afghanistan and Iraq, so.
God. Like I need another packy chip just to. Oh, that's bad. Oh my God. Woo. Oh man. Like I found something that makes these easy.
Yeah. You could
Oh,
tackle
man.
a group.
It's like right there. Burn. We got to be able to have something better. Let me see if I can find another music.
We do have a whole album
You know
from
what?
Adam.
Check this out. How about a little Doom music? A little bit of that. Oh, it's hot and spicy. I'm looking at this milk and I'm crying for this milk. I
Not
guess
wipe your eyes.
no, not even touching the eyes. This
Nope,
is
nope,
the-
nope.
I'm shaking. I'm shaking.
Are those little beads of sweat I see
They
there?
are, yeah. Look, he's sweating. Look at him. Look at the shiny at the hairline. Wow. Yeah, we really fucked him over, dude. So, you have avenged the fallen brothers.
I feel like one of us did a little more damage than the other.
I don't know who that could have been.
What did he ever do to you?
His mic fucked up and it took me forever to edit the goddamn clips this week.
Yeah, that's worth it. I think that's worth it.
There's other ones too. End of day.
Yeah, they were all okay, but I had to cut out like 10 minutes of the damn cast.
Ow.
You hear that, you son of a bitch? I hope you learned your lesson.
I even got on stream last night.
Hey Google, how much time is on the timer? 32 seconds. Hurry up.
I got on the stream last night to make sure his mic was good.
Guys, I'm ready to drop in a selfie, guys. I'm ready to drop in selfie. Can
That's
we
gonna
drop
be.
in selfie yet?
So in about 5 hours, you're gonna be shitting straight lava.
Don't say that.
I just
Don't
want
say
to
that. It's bad.
throw it out there on screen, guys. Again, the challenge is open. I will eat anything on stream that you guys send me. Anything. So you guys send me a super hot sauce, whatever. As long as it's not pork, I'll eat it.
The sound of everything coming out was probably a combination of all of these. Oh God! Oh, I'm done. I can drink milk again.
Go for it. Go for it. Is that Pirate Cup?
I did Pirate Cup. No.
Okay. All right, I approve. All right. Well, at least now you know how. At least now you know how bad that's going to be when Stuart redeems it.
Oh,
Stuart.
oh like I just don't. I gotta get y'all to appreciate this. You know.
Yeah. When the next time when you die nearly immediately, like you did last night, SARS needs to redeem one of those.
Oh God.
Man, I'm kind of wishing I had a bottle of this stuff.
Yeah.
It is the ass I remember from all those years ago. It doesn't really have any redeeming flavor other than vinegar. There is a vinegar.
Vinegar, and a shit ton of spice and pepper, and a whole lot of acid. Well, actually, vinegar's a base, so it's mostly basic.
Thought we were talking about the Powerpuff Girls for a second.
Yeah,
Very basic.
they will be very basic. Have you seen the clips from? I mean, the
That's the ones I was referring to. Not Blossom's and Buttercup and Cartoon Network.
that live action bullshit they got coming out.
They have a live action Powerpuff Girls coming out?
Oh
I'd
yeah,
just like to say fuck you both very much.
You're-
Fuck you too, buddy. Fuck you too.
Oh God. It's still hot. It still
Mhm.
burns.
Yep.
I am over the most of it. It's just my tongue.
I can see the reddening of your lips from the capsaicin.
So, Mad Dog 357, huh?
Oh no.
No.
No, you want
Is that not hot enough, or is that too hot?
you want Da Bomb.
The bomb.
D-
Okay, I do see the bomb.
Yeah, you need that one.
The bomb or last dab?
Or Last Dab, yeah.
So those are the hot ones, huh?
Those are the very last ones. Those are wing 11 and 12 on the hot ones.
Oh my god.
You know what? I'm gonna buy a bottle of it tomorrow because it looks like I can find it locally.
Sweet.
Oh.
And
this does also. I just
no.
want to say for the record, Yucateca, disgusting.
See, the problem with Yucateca is that it's actually a very poor hot sauce.
Oh,
The problem with Da Bomb is it's so fucking hot that you don't taste anything but the hot. And it's like liquid heat. At least the Last Dab has flavor. You know, the Last Dab has flavor, but Da Bomb is literally like you're pouring bleach or acid into your mouth.
I can't wait for this bottle to be done so that I can invest in a different bottle and just not taste it.
Yeah. Now the Last Dab reminds me of a really good Vindaloo. It burns the first 2 bites, and then after that you get the flavor.
I got you.
I mean, it's still over 2 or 3 million Scovilles, but it's, you know, you get past that 1 point and you're good to go.
well, then shoot, I guess I'll buy a bottle of it.
Yeah.
You know what, Steve? I don't want you to suffer alone.
You know, I
So-
appreciate you, man.
I will definitely invest in a bottle of the Dab. Let's see, ingredients: Pepper X, huh?
So Pepper X is the you've heard of
liquid capsaicin?
you've heard of the Carolina Reaper. It's the next evolution. It's hotter than the Carolina Reaper. It's Pepper X, hottest pepper on record. It's made in North Carolina.
Oh
It's-
yeah. Daryl's in Canada, so it won't further doxing him. So it probably won't ship to him. Customs will
getting-
grab it.
The Dab XXX.
That's the latest and greatest. They keep
That's-
redoing it and adjusting
Yeah.
and tweaking the formula.
They're tweaking it. I think Dab Triple X is actually supposed to taste even better than the Last Dab. So
And the last
Is it-
dab,
is
last
it-
dab,
is it
XL.
just as hot? Is it
Mm.
supposed
Oh,
to
yeah.
be just as hot? Just
Oh,
as
yeah.
hot?
it's hotter
Hotter, huh?
than the Last Dab because it's Pepper X. It's 3 times the amount of Pepper X that the Last Dab had in it.
What
That's why it's XXX.
were we talking about? Anime.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I just bought a bottle, and
Yeah.
hopefully we'll have it by next Friday.
Be nice. I just want to
And-
see.
Those spicy meatballs.
Mhm.
I watched one of the new season's shows. Don't toy with me, Miss Nagatoro.
What's that?
It's a spicy little anime, but it's spicy in the sense that
A dude gets teased a lot.
a tease a lot.
Who's he get
Like,
teased by?
It's like almost yandere. It's really bad.
Yes, I have watched Invincible, and it's pretty good. But I'll get to that in just a second. Continue.
Yeah.
Steve.
So Miss Nagatoro follows a very unpopular individual, otaku nerd type fellow, not very socially adept, and he bumps into a group. He tries to go to the library to go do his studying, and bumps into a group, the popular girls, the pretty girls, right? And one of them has a bit of a sadistic, and begins to target him with no mercy, and it turns into, like, sometimes it turns into an embarrassing situation that they set up for themselves, and it's entertaining and it's funny, and then other times it's like, man, this guy
Just
ever going to catch a break? Yeah. I thought it's pretty good. The thing that got me most with Nagatoro is the expressions that Nagatoro herself.
It's very memeable.
Oh my gosh, she has some of the craziest ass looks, and not just from the really pervy, like, oh, I'm fixing to abuse the hell out of this situation, snarky one half like a perverted old man anime character, but in female pretty girl form. So it's crazy. So yeah, I think it's a great show, and I highly recommend it. I've also been watching Odd Taxi. That is it's Zootopia, the taxi movie. And it falls around a bunch of animal people. Anthropomorphic. Anthroponuclear. Okay, got it. So
he's lost in the sauce.
Nuclear. I got it. Nailed it. So it follows a taxi driver, and there's this whole underlying drama that seems to be unfolding. It's only got 4 or 5 episodes out, and my wife and I, we watched it, and we really enjoyed it. She loves Nagatoro a little bit more, but she loves the story from Odd Taxi and thinks it's going really well. I think it's going. And then one of the other ones I'm watching this season is Vivi. Fluorite Eyes Song. And so this is an interesting anime that follows an AI, cybernetic machine, AI robot. And her sole purpose is to sing and make people. So for whatever reason, someone from the future sends a program back into her era, her time, and it turns into this Terminator kind of storyline where the robot is trying to affix or create splits in time at very specific events to try to prevent an overarching event from occurring, and it changes the events. We know the events. We see the report of the stories of the events as they were and what we're trying to prevent, and then we see the after effect with ripple that causes once it's been the particular thing has been resolved. Great fight scenes, great action sequences, amazing scope for the storytelling perspective. It's not one that I recall seeing very often. There's a bit of mystery in there, and it plays out really well. I've enjoyed the hell out of it. It's 6 episodes in right now. I think they've got another 6 to go, maybe 7 if they're doing the full 13. Highly recommend it. And then I've got the last one that I haven't watched yet, but I'm intending to is Megalobox season 2.
Oh yeah, yep.
I intend on watching that one. I loved Megalobox season 1. I thought it was an excellent storyline. I don't know how it's going to compare to season 1 because season 1 was such it felt finite. It felt like that was its own little bubble for the story from season 1. I don't know. I haven't read anything. I don't think that there is reading material on this particular one. I think this is an original anime, not based on a manga. So no one's really going to have a clue where this goes.
It might just go somewhere completely new, like Laserscope says.
I don't know yet, Laserscope. I haven't watched the first episode yet, but I just wanted to hype it because I'm hyped for it, and I'm going to hopefully watch it this week. Report back next week.
We can only hope that it's as the same quality as the first season was, because that was pretty good.
All right. What are you guys watching?
Yasuke.
Yasuke, that's it? Yeah.
And I'm watching a whole bunch of older anime on Retro Crush.
Oh, yeah, you were mentioning that last.
I mean, part of me, Yasuke is really good. You missed us talking about it, Laser, but it's good. It is not the story of Yasuke I was expecting, since I was expecting more historical inspiration. But they throw. Yeah, you're welcome. Happy $30 a year. Feel my pain. Yeah, the bad anime are so bad that they're good, and the really bad anime are so bad that you just like a train wreck. But there's some gems in there, and they do a decent job of coordinating what's good and what isn't. But if anyone needs to like watch City Hunter, just watch it. It's really good. But Yasuke is really good. Bad dub. It's okay in spots, but I honestly couldn't stand it. But I'm always, I'm a sub guy. Animation is okay. Fight scenes are intense and amazing.
Does it not have subtitle options at all?
It does. It has a Japanese translation and it has English CC, which enables you to hear Japanese and read what the English script is, but the Japanese is obviously going to be a little bit different since it is translation. So what you hear won't be exactly what's going on if you know Japanese, but if you know no Japanese, you don't need subs anyway. But the I haven't listened to the Japanese dub yet, but
Hmm.
I'm story again, like I said, story wise, it's good. It's just I was expecting a historical style anime.
Yeah.
I got an anime with magic and robots in feudal Japan.
Well,
And
you
that
have to
was
understand, Adam, as I do have a minor in Asiatic studies and history, but you have to understand that ancient Japan was filled with robots and magic. Okay,
Oh,
this is something
okay.
that is lost on modern society, but the idea of the Gundam just didn't come out of nowhere. It's actually based on Japanese historic and mythological text.
Like the
Uh,
Jewish golem then?
no, not like the Jewish golem. That's religious and fake. But 1500s Japan, robots, black samurai. It's actually happened. True thing. Yasuke is actually the Netflix version of Yasuke is actually not an anime. You'd be surprised. It's actually a documentary. What you got to understand is 1500s Japan did not look like it does now, obviously. It was actually animated back then. It took time for Japan to actually catch up to the rest of the world and look the way it does now, aka three-dimensional our universe. Back then it was two-dimensional animated,
Yeah.
CC subtitles. So
Right.
yeah. So get your shit right. You claim you want to see something historical. You are seeing something historical. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I will correct my inaccuracy, sir.
I see. That's a problem that I have with Netflix in general. Is I feel like they get with all of their original content, they get it 90% of the way there. I'm always really, really, really scared when Netflix announces that they're going to be doing a Netflix original for something that I like, for a series or a movie or something. I know they want to do the live action Evangelion, and I'm really, really, really worried about that. I'm really worried about that because every time they've come out with an animated something other than love, sex, and robots,
Season 2 coming up.
yeah. Anytime they come out with something animated, there's always a big caveat, and I'm just really, really, really worried with what they're going to be doing with this. I don't know.
Well, did you see the live action Death Note that they attempted to do?
Yeah, I mean, I saw parts of it, as much of it as I could stand.
Mm-hmm. Within 30 minutes, I turned it off and never went back.
I mean, it's every bit as good as the live action Bleach and live action Attack on Titan.
Live action Full Metal Alchemist. I'm gonna walk away.
Speaking of Attack on Titan, before we get back to Invincible, but they finally finished it. They finished the manga. It's over.
Done.
It's done.
Last chapter done.
So it's a nice happy ending, right? Everyone wins.
No.
Peace at last.
Something like that.
I'm gonna say
there are a lot of complaints about the ending. I won't ruin it for anyone, but there are a lot of complaints. I don't think anybody's happy.
You know what this means?
What's that mean?
It means that Mappa hard at work at the conference table, going, Johnson, we need new ideas. We need to know how to change this anime ending. We need to make it better. Did you see this abomination? Look at this crap. It's terrible. We got to make that better. How do we make it better?
Clearly, they're going to take a page out of Full Metal Alchemist book and just go to 1930s, pre-war Germany.
Yep.
That's where all anime end up.
Well, I was about to say what they need to do is they need to treat it like the Sword Art Online community treated their ending, where they said, we didn't really like the last arc, which supposedly ended everything. We're going to force the novelist to write a basic reboot of everything, but this time everything's better. Which is what Sword Art Alicization was.
Alchemist and Brotherhood, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much every.
Well,
major shonen-
Brotherhood was just a more accurate representation of the manga, whereas just the original anime was. I don't know what they were thinking with that. I don't know what was going on. They must have been chugging hot sauce when they came up with that. But
chugging
Hope it was
something.
better shit than what I had.
Mm. Theirs probably went up the nose and not in the mouth.
Oh,
But,
man, I do want to say Laserscope. I can vouch for the DC Harley Quinn cartoon series. I think it's amazing.
Yeah,
And it came out well before what Invincible's trying to do. And I agree completely. Definitely a hard R rating from the jump. And I like the tongue in cheek. It never takes itself too. Tries to wreck anything that's already established. It's not trying to remake the wheel. It is just throwing you what you want. It's fan service throughout. And I've enjoyed it every bit that I've seen.
and somewhere in season 1, there's a much better cunnilingus joke than what they had in Geely.
And going back to Shredder to Invincible, Invincible is pretty damn good. I thought it was a really, really, really faithful adaptation of the comic. It was pretty darn good. Not perfect, but I mean, obviously, you need to make liberties with anything that's animated. But wasn't a huge fan of the animation. Feel like the whole weird blocky CG that's catching on. It's got to be cheap, but it was kind of bad. It was all over the place. It was inconsistent, but the story in itself was really good. And the best part about it was the final episode of season 1 and the memes that came out. The memes were by far the best part. Yeah. Oh, within 30 minutes of that season finale, I was seeing memes on Reddit, and it was incredible. Really, really, really good.
The pace with which we're meming is increasing exponentially. It's gonna become a live meme. Someone's just gonna post a live tweet of some show and then have a mask or a filter that they can apply to turn it into flip it into, and suddenly it's what happens when it catches up parody one. That's the end of the world. That's the Mountain Dew Wars. The beginning of the Mountain Dew Wars.
Right there.
Yep.
God, I want to be alive just so I can narrate this.
No, yeah, you need to be like the Ken Burns documentarian of the Mountain Dew Wars. That absolutely needs to occur.
I don't know if I can be as objective as Ken Burns, because I think I would pepper my narration with obviously talking about the Code Red, the heroic actions of the Code Red squad.
Right, because they're generally like the berserkers of this crew. They're going to be at the front lines. They're like the Marines. They're the tip of the spear, taking care of business. And then you've got the Midnight Purple motherfuckers over here just doing nothing, hanging out, tasting like Dimetap.
And so it was told that the Dimetap squad, with barely a few soldiers left, held out over the vicious assault of the Code Red squad. But they couldn't hold out for very long. Steve was almost out of Dimetap. He ran the charge, yelling, "Live or die! I die by Dimetap." He was cut down mercilessly. His men charged after him, but it was a vicious slaughter.
It's just a slow-mo picture of Steve falling backwards with purple drink falling out of his mouth. I'll CG in some purple drink flipping.
Perfect.
That was the start of the shift of the war.
Isn't this just like DC Comics Lantern Wars? Isn't that just Blackest Night?
Pretty much all the colors going against each other.
I mean, we got an orange, we got a yellow, we got a
red,
tealish sort of. We got a red. We've got our green. We got the Green Corps, the original. By the way, holy crap! We've got a white. There's a white
Mountain Dew Green Lantern crossover. It needs to happen.
There it is.
Boom. It just make it DC and print money.
Holy crap! That was just as soon as I started calling out colors, I'm like instantly there's a ring for
it's
that.
like the colors represent all the factions of the Lanterns. It's like, whoa, dude, I've got it.
Wow, that is crazy.
Man, I'm all for that.
In darkest day, in brightest night.
She's going to be sad when I have to march over to battle.
Yep, she will be.
But you'll come back victorious.
Yes,
I
you'll
sure
come
hope
back
so.
victorious. You won't come back. You won't come back.
sir.
Come back.
And now
carry
she's showing me her asshole. So
Yep, it's well.
Wow, what an asshole!
She knows. Every when Dia starts sitting down 2 hours later, right there in your face.
Oh my gosh. The button worked this time. Did it not work before?
Oh, last episode was a complete shit show. When
It
I was.
was.
In the edit.
It was. Yeah, I went to hit the button and the button hit, but it didn't hit in the chat.
But to hear you consistently say with more and more desperation in your voice, "Where's my asshole button?"
Where's my asshole button?
That was just-
asshole button.
Yeah, it's good content.
It's
Very. What is it
my
called?
my favorite new addition is my Goofy wants it.
That's what I'm gonna do to you. If you don't give me my motherfucking money.
That is my new favorite edition. It's so favorite. I'm actually getting ready to download the MP3 rip of the YouTube video from that.
I'm working out my choking hand.
Yep. I'm working on my choking hand. Yo.
Oh,
an extremely goofy movie is a lot more different than I remember.
yeah. That sequel hits hard.
Where's my money, Damon?
This is an extremely goofy movie.
Yes.
Mhm. It's where so in this one, Goofy gets his money. In the previous one, he got his tail. In the previous one before that, his son got popular or some shit. That's how that works.
I think the first one is that he got his relationship with his son.
Yes.
Then he got the booty
He got the booty.
and
Now
his
he's-
degree. And
yeah.
now he's going to
He's
get it.
getting the money.
It's the natural progression.
Yeah. Son, booty, money. That's the way it works.
Godfather can no longer claim to be the quintessential American trilogy. It's clearly a goofy movie, an extremely goofy movie, and an extremely goofy movie. American classics. Someone get AFI on this immediately.
Absolutely.
Stuart got
Got-
it. They're milking it.
Stand out, night eye, or fucking
He's-
bangers.
Goofy being the cow that he is. They're milking it.
Dude.
Dude,
soundtrack
I
was-
love my Powerline t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
I wear that shirt all the time. I love
Yep.
that tour.
That was a great tour. That was I wore I had the cassette tape OST for that movie. I wore the shit out of it. It broke eventually.
I just want everyone to know that during summer break, after Code Red wins the Mountain Dew War, we will be hosting Powerline Live. We'll be having Powerline Live concert. And my dad knows him, so we're going on vacation to go see him.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I heard he switched from green to red to switch his allegiance over to Code Red.
No, fuck you. That's a dirty lie. That is a malicious rumor spread by the other inferior Mountain Dew flavors. Code Red has exclusivity on Powerline. He will be with us. We have Powerline.
Exclusive contract.
Man,
Baja
look at the
Blast.
line. Look at how divisive this subject is.
It is, man. We got Baja Blast crew. That's what I'm talking about.
Almost
I'd
everyone has
rather
an
be
allegiance.
dead than Baja Blast. Rather be dead.
Wow.
Yeah. This is the hill I choose to die on.
Better dead than
Code Red is
than
what they
neon
say.
teal.
Ugh.
Better dead than neon teal. Gotcha.
Ugh. Baja Blast.
Whiteout? Seriously? Whoa.
They got the
Man,
whiteout crew.
Canadians are weird.
That's why they originally separated the countries. 1776, they separated them on
the treaty
undue
the
ideological.
Treaty of the Dew, right?
That's right. Big American thing. I remember that.
Yeah, very, very, very violent conflict. It ended peacefully, though.
I don't understand Baja Blast people.
Well,
Like, how are you a thing? How is that even a? How do you? What?
Cactus.
I'm not even religious. I'm not religious. I'm an atheist, and I know that God graced Earth with Code Red. Excuse me. He brought his light down and shone the light of Code Red upon us all.
Well, you don't even know your own history. See, what happened was God brought us Mountain Dew, and then the prophet. Got to be careful here. The prophet Joey said, "Let there be cherry," and dropped cherry juice into the Mountain Dew, and that is when he ascended to heaven and spread the Code Red everywhere. Because Code Red,
I don't
I gotta
think
start
so.
writing this scripture down so that
I
we
don't
can sell
think
that
so.
future Bible.
We all know that
Joey
Joey was mentioned in the Dew documents, but he was not the prophet that was promised.
The book of Duviticus?
The book of Duviticus. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. Obviously, we all know the story that, Code Red. Go on.
No, I was going to
say. Go on with your slanderous lies. Yeah. Go on.
Laser brings up the heretical Dew Morning Crew with the Dew energy drinks, and the reason they're not here right now supporting their brand is because they're all fucking asleep because they get up at early butt crack of dawn, and then they're done after 2 hours when it crashes. We all know that they're heretics.
I physically beat to death a Baja Blaster, but I'd rather side with them than one of those mixed vanilla cherry heretics.
No. Oh my God. Vanilla and cherry? What is this? The cherry cordial crew? I didn't know that was a flavor.
This is just shut the podcast down. This is
just derailed everything. I was going to talk
off the rails.
Cell phones and all sorts of shit, but no, we how did we go into this divisive content? Coke freestyle machines. Coke, what's that?
Right, folks. With that, I gotta get the reins on the. Thanks for coming. I appreciate everybody coming by again tonight. We'll see you guys next week. Till then. All right, now's the time where we take the audience, and if you guys got anything that you'd like to add, anything that you want to see more of, anything that you want to recommend, we're all down for it. We've got the community Discord. That's out here. Let me just redeem that real quick. Boom. Just cut you off. That's it. You're done. You're done, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. Feel free to subscribe to the Twitch channel. We're going to need the revenue to afford Adam's brain surgery that he needs for not being a Code Redder. I don't know what's going on in that tiny little brain of his, but we're going to open him up and figure it out. Disgusting. I spit on you, sir.
I was a staunch follower of the Code Red Code of Conduct until Baja Blast came out and showed me the way.
Baja Blast?
Yes.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you fucking... You can't even look me in the eyes right now.
Yeah. Puts the lime in the coconut.
If you've never had the experience of Mountain Dew and Sprite mixed together, then you have not lived. Because that's precisely what Baja Blast is. I'm doxing them.
Yeah, I'd rather die in that universe.
But who puts cherry in fucking Mountain Dew?
If I was the last person on Earth and all I had left to drink was Baja Blast, I would die of dehydration. I'd probably die of dehydration anyway. But I would die of dehydration. disgusting. You make me sick. I finally understand why so many Middle Eastern people have declared jihad on America. I get it. For years, I never got it until now. Some white
There's a
asshole like
there's a
you
reason.
was walking the desert, walking around saying, "Yo, Dave, once we get back to base, I'm gonna crack me open a can of that Baja Blast." And some goat herder in the back heard that and said, "What
And he's
the
sipping
fuck
his
did he
Code
just say?"
How
He's sipping
dare
his
you?
Code
Muhammad. Ah, gross. That. Ugh.
How dare you? Oh my gosh. So
dude.
Dr. Pepper and cream soda is a thing.
I thought Dr. Pepper was cream soda.
No, they've mixed them. Now they have their own variety. It's Dr. Pepper and cream.
So vanilla soda plus the 12 spices of the doctor.
That's right. 23. plus
23.
There has to be a way to settle this, Adam. I'm not
Yeah.
done with this. There has to be a way to settle this.
Well,
How
if
do we determine which one of us is right and which one of us is you?
I think what we need to do is we need to plan a 1v1 game stream.
I'll 1v1 you. I'll 1v1 you.
Here's the problem. You guys both have to agree on a title, and I don't think Adam's going to agree to Modern Warfare, and I don't think you're going to agree to...
Here's what I'll accept. If the chat picks a game and you randomize it, that's the game I'll play.
Okay.
If they have a plurality on a game, or if they choose a couple of like games, we get enough choices, you're able to throw it into a random generator. That's the game we'll play. It doesn't have to be a shooter.
I'm down with this. This sounds like a plan. We can have
Wow.
our own Mountain Dew Wars. I'm going to go look up some comic book art from the blackest, darkest night, brightest day, and see if I can't manipulate some Mountain Dew bottles in on the colors of the rings.
Now,
like-
if I'd even, you know what? No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not gonna- I was going to say I'd even play Fortnite, but no, I won't.
Well, I'm a complete noob at it. You're better
Actually,
at FPS.
That would be a good 1v1 game.
Actually, that would be. I mean, hell, that'd be great if. Shit, we could do a team on Fortnite with Steve, and then highest
No,
kill.
I rescinded it. Of course, you would want to pick that, you Baja Blaster. It's not rescinded that offer.
It's
I'm
Call
not
of
going to
Duty.
download. I'm not going to
Come
download the Epic launcher. It's not happening. Okay.
Almost got him, Steve.
Almost. He was that close. He was
Damn.
I would.
The Epic
I
team
would.
were like, "Hey."
I would sip a little bit of Baja Blast before I downloaded the Epic launcher.
That's how much he hates the Epic launcher. He will commit Code Red heresy so that he doesn't have to download the
Yeah,
launcher.
I would threaten my chance to get into the Code Red Kingdom over that.
Code Red Valhalla.
That's right.
Red.
Laser's outing himself here. Just try to what he suggested is a clue to to who signs his paychecks.
Whoops.
Oopsie. No, knowing that studio, they'd probably fucking do a promo for it.
Clearly, the game we have to 1v1 in is Resident Evil, the most recent one, and
Really?
it's just I don't have a copy, so someone's gonna have to get it for me. But then
Yeah.
I'll play it, and then whoever beats it the fastest is the winner. Is that working? Is someone gifting me a copy of the game?
I hear crickets right now.
Expected of you, Baja Blasters. Pathetic.
Dang.
Hey, we may be dumb, but we're also cheap.
True. It's true.
Baja Blast is the cheapest Mountain Dew flavor. Look it up.
I hold myself to a higher standard, sir.
I don't have the luxury.
You don't have any standards.
That's right.
You'll
That's
drink
right.
any fucking swill that comes your way. You'll fucking just gobble it down like the fucking inconsiderate, incoherent animal that you are. Meanwhile,
This is a
me,
local tale.
my refined taste, I need Code Red. Yeah, you wouldn't know anything about that.
Well, I'm not from a
I'm
highly educated
not what?
country.
What,
I'm
Adam?
not from a highly educated, very awesome country that with a culture that created meth. I'm from Alabama.
We didn't create math.
You created zero.
That is actually not true either. I'd love to take credit, but I believe originally the concept of zero came from India first. Then
He said what he said,
we just
man.
standardized the numerals.
What
Thank
he
you.
Hey, I'm gonna let you interpret that as you will, Laser.
He knows
I
what
mean-
he said.
I know what I said.
He
I'm
understood
gonna
it.
get that twang coming at you. We Bama boy don't fuck around. Unless it's with Code Red. We don't fuck around with Code Red.
I mean, meth's hard too, they say.
True. Good shit. Code Red flavored meth. Let's do that.
You gotta
Oh,
drink.
Code Red meth.
You
Meth is
gotta,
hard.
you gotta be on meth to love Baja Blast.
You goddamn right.
What do you think they put in the Taco Bell food I eat with it?
Wait, has anyone tried the Maui Burst?
The
Mm.
what? The what now?
Maui Burst.
Never heard of it.
Mountain
is that?
Dew Maui Burst. I've never tried it.
Sounds like pineapple or something. I know they had a Mountain Dew that was associated with.
Apparently, it's
KFC.
limited edition.
They had the
Maui
gold-
Burst. Sounds like a move you'd see in a porno. Every time I hear that, I just think of wrestling. When a certain individual would enter the ring.
They also have
Ooh,
another
yeah.
flavor that
Saxophone
apparently
sounds.
is Finland exclusive, so maybe European exclusive. Mountain Dew Supernova.
Permanent flavor. It's
Yeah,
in the
what was
Dollar General locations. I've got one right next to me. I'm gonna go check it out.
Uh-oh.
Okay, check it out. I don't know if I will trust your
Palate.
review of it, but
Oh my
Check
god,
it
look at
out.
the current flavors.
On the Mountain Dew website?
they have Passion Fruit Frenzy, which is from New Zealand. Mountain
see
Dew
here.
Blue Shock from Malaysia.
Yeah, Code Red, Livewire, Baja Blast, Voltage, Throwback, Whiteout, Citrus Cherry, Black Label, Pitch Black, Major Melon, Doosa, whatever the fuck that is.
They have a
Cher-
black and a white? It truly is the Lantern Wars.
They have Doosa, D-Do-S-A. I'm assuming that's red, white, and blue.
Yes.
Cherry, Electric Apple, Solar Flare, Goji Citrus, Strawberry, Berry Burst, Berry Monsoon, Cyclone, Sweet Lightning, Frostbite, Atomic Blue, and Southern Shock. If Southern Shock does not taste like Sprite and fried chicken, it is not accurate.
That's a lot.
Racism. That's Confederacy in a can right there.
Right.
Ice is the Sprite variant.
Dude. Okay. Okay. Laser has sent me personally a winner. I'm going. I'm gonna post this in the Discord. I don't know if there's any way we can show this to the stream, but you're gonna love this, Steve. Give me just a second. You are going to enjoy.
Scared.
Laser, we've got a Discord. Join it and drop it. It's right here. I just gave you the link. Oh, well, then drop it in.
Oh, General.
Yeah, general. You can chatting the two little things. Chatting's fine. We don't really have a meme section.
Not yet. We'll get
Mm.
there.
Yeah, when we get more people.
I don't want to do one of those things where
okay,
we
yeah.
do like 47 and a half channels and
And there's no reason. We'll clean. Yeah, I don't want to have to clean that up later. Look at this. This is great. The best promo of all time, and they memed it with Lord of the Rings.
that is absolutely wonderful. I absolutely
It's It's getting shown on the twits.
It
Look
is.
at- look
it-
Do the voice. Do the voice. Do the voice.
No, thank you. We don't want any more visitors, well-wishers, or distant relations. And what about cream of the crop? Macho Mandolph? Oh, yeah. Dig it. Dig it. I can't do the dig it. You got to dig it.
Yeah, it's. I used to do Macho a long time ago. He was great.
I loved his rap album.
Oh yeah, it was great. It's like,
The Hogan diss track.
yeah, the Hogan diss track alone was worth the price of admission, which I believe was like $8 at the time. But yeah, as a huge Macho guy, and I love the way his voice cadence would change. It's just like he would be up in here and he'd be doing all this, and then he'd go in the dark place and he'd do, and then he'd go right back into the crazy, and then he'd come back down and he'd think about it a little while, and he'd think about it, and he'd be the, Mean Gene, I like this man, he's a good man, but he had lust in his eyes, and madness doesn't take lust. All right, sorry, I'm done.
Dude, that's.
I-
Yeah, it's a throat ripper for sure.
Yep, I absolutely love the Madness, big Madness fan. When
Wow,
he broke with,
$150 on Amazon for that CD.
Yeah. or you can just go to Spotify. But
It's because he's dead now. That's the only reason that thing shot up.
that's the only reason he had a heart attack on the way home, wrapped himself around a pole. The madness thus ended. But favorite wrestler of all time, I think we should probably save that for the next week. But I think we can have a whole thing about wrestling, but just with me and Steve, since I'm not sure Dia is a wrestling connoisseur.
No. The only thing I ever wrestle or grapple with is my friendship with you because of your Baja Blast ways. But no, other than that, no.
Would it be any better if I said Code Red's my second favorite flavor?
No, it wouldn't. It would be like, I believe this giant fucking lie, but if I didn't believe this giant lie, I would believe
the
your
truth.
truth.
That's right.
Yeah. So thanks for that nice fucking dick slap to the face, buddy.
I mean, I am the Mountain Dew equivalent of a Trump supporter.
Yeah, you are. Dumb, ignorant, addicted to meth. You check mark all the boxes, and I can't wait to destroy you in our future battle.
That's right.
I look
Mountain
forward
Dew
to
more.
it. I will stand over your corpse and pour out a cold one. Code Red.
It's a
over
code red, of course.
All right.
And then we'll have auditions to replace you on the podcast.
That's right. That's right.
Stuart, welcome aboard.
There he is.
And
He's
unless you're also a Baja Blaster, in which case
I don't know. Stuart,
I think he's a live wire crew, isn't he?
I think he's Livewire.
I guess I could live with that.
And yes, Mellow Yellow was amazing. I think I brought that up to last.
They call him Mellow Yellow.
Oh my gosh, that was great. I wish I had someone to go raid.
Stuart's like, yeah, there's no one.
By his own. Good night.
Where everybody at? Yeah, there's nobody. Wow.
How about
Can
that?
you rate? Mellow Yellow tastes like Stell Sprite. He's not wrong. It's like you ever leave Sprite in a can and you let it get hot and it just kind of sits there, and then you put it back in the fridge and let it get cold again, and then it's really, really, really not fresh anymore, and you drink it. That's kind of what Mellow Yellow was to me. It was just like, it was kind of like Sunkist. It was like almost orange soda, but it wasn't. It's like it burned, but it didn't tickle.
Burned but it didn't tickle. I like that. That's an accurate representation of all of the off-brand, great value, Czech Cola side variants of those sodas. You know, good old Mountain Shouting.
Now I'm putting a divide between me and SARS.
Oh,
I'm burning all the bridges tonight, gentlemen.
Pathetic.
Like Macho did in 1995.
oh yeah. Be a doctor for that burning tickle. Yep.
Well, boys, I think we want to wrap it up for the night.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
You're ready.
Dude.
I've been thoroughly disgusted for one day.
I do have a friend of mine that's
BJ, what?
Thanks for showing up, guys.
Yeah,
we
we
really appreciate you guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah, cell phone.
He
Gotta
didn't
be-
do it for me.
See, look, red cell phone.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, see, maybe you can convert me yet. Red Batman background, which is ironic considering my.
no, please. I love it when you guys wreck the ending. I absolutely, it's the best stuff ever because it gives us something to play off of. It gives us something that you know we might be having a lull in
Shredder,
content, and it's wonderful.
I was gonna mail this to you,
Oh.
right? This was my friendship from America to Canada to you. Right after this, I swear, right after this ended, I was gonna send you a message on Twitch, and you done fucked it up, man. You gotta say your bullshit like that. I might reconsider if you fucking put in that chat, Dia, I'm sorry. I have seen the light. I'm code red all the way, baby. You type it exactly verbatim. I might reconsider. Is it a really? I mean, this is a digital edition, so is it even a real PS5 to begin with?
I'm a simple man. I like PS5s. Oh man, he's in the light. It's white. Oh, yeah, out of context. Out of context. Where's the clip?
Where is it? Where is it? We need it.
Dia, I've seen the light.
It's not the first time someone's told me that.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you know, I hear that all the time at the beach when I take my shirt off. It's like, oh, seen the
They
light.
make what I asked you to do is basically what TSA asks me to do every time I board a plane. I go through security and they set me to the side and they're like, "Listen, we can let you fly this plane, but we got to have you repeat a couple of sentences. I've seen the light. I'm safe to fly. USA all the way, baby." Actually, no. What's funny is the last time I flew, they put me, even though I have global entry, and I'm technically supposed to be able to skip all of the lines and just go through like the TSA fast pass specifically, so I don't have to deal with all of the random searches that they do. They would still, the last time they still stopped me. They still put me to the side for like 20 minutes, and they didn't even search me. They just put me to the side, and then I was just standing around, and I was like, "Yo, so can I like leave? Is someone gonna search me? What's going on?" And the guy who put me to the side was like, "Why are you even over there?" I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" And like they had to get a supervisor, and the supervisor's like, "Yeah, we don't need to actually search this person,"
What?
and they just let me go.
Appreciate that.
Terrible.
Oh, this means I gotta eat 3 more. You're right.
I
It
was gonna do that.
says it right there.
I was gonna do it right after you finished your 3 minutes, but I didn't feel like that much of an asshole since it's already pissed Dia off,
It's
or I
free.
planned to.
Cheap. Yeah.
Oh, it's
You know
really it's really funny when people hear Dia for the first time. They're like, "What the fuck?"
What even is this guy?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get 3 equivalent of chips out.
Oh, this.
I'm getting towards the bottom of my
Yeah.
second bag.
Oh man, that's been
Luckily,
quick.
I have a third bag. Yeah, this one has been much faster. But
I guess I sound whiter than I actually am, right?
Yes,
Sound pretty white.
you sound thoroughly non-Arabic.
There you go. I guess that's true. I did used to have an accent for a small period of time, but
Why
not
is that?
anymore.
Is there a reason behind that, or is it just were you practicing?
Because I didn't learn English until I was like 10.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
I had to go to vacation school to learn English.
Dude,
Every Wednesday for like 2 years. So on top of going to normal white people school. So which is what I called it as well.
Oh no, that's exactly what it is. They normalized you and tried to rob you of whatever cultural impact you had. That's what we do. That's what white people do.
So, ooh. Not Steve though. Steve's a gentle soul.
Yeah.
I will have to put him down in the Mountain Dew Wars, but I won't like it.
I mean, you know, his faction won't be very large anyway.
Kind of ironic.
You know, I didn't want to say it, but he probably would be the majority of the faction. You know, I think maybe
we haven't seen our kind in many years, since the Midnight Black was shut down. Okay, Google, set a timer for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
We're at least here for another 3 minutes while I wait for these hot chips to burn a hole in my mouth.
I think he would.
Yo, that's my faction. Crystal Pepsi, rep.
Yep.
So basically, super laws.
You just turned Laserscope's timer on.
Nice. Okay, Google, order PS5 and send to Steve Nobles, Pennsylvania. I see him, but didn't understand.
Nope. It's really easy to trip an Alexa too if you know someone has one.
I think you can change if they haven't. They need to make it so that you can change the name. Sorry, I can't send messages.
It'd be really funny if your Google Home got a message that says PS5.
Hey Alexa, broadcast. Wake up, everyone. No! This is the fun we have at this hour.
Yo, Adam, can you drop me a link to an address, big guy?
I love to messing with Connect.
Trying to mail you some code red here. I don't know where to ship it to.
You're trying to convert me, I see.
Laserscope says you got a story, Adam.
What? Let's see here. Adam has the best voice control story I've ever heard. Things to. Oh God.
Is it about Fusroda?
No, it's about me being knee deep in Forza Motorsport 5 in my brand new Xbone with Kinect turned on, with voice controls turned on, and my toddler, a little girl, 1 year old, who could speak very early and knew the code words to turn on and turn off the Xbox. I'm in the middle of doing some very competitive online play. And my wonderful daughter, who was a toddler at the time, walks into the room. Xbox off.
Oh, that's
And
great.
then I turn it back on, get back to where I was, and she gets off the couch, walks over to me, gives me a hug, looks me right in the eye, and whispers, "Xbox off."
I vaguely remember sending Shredder something, but I have had Adam's address at one point, but his old address. Had Steve's address.
Oh yeah, my old address. You need my new one.
I will need your new one.
Yeah.
I've sent a surprising amount of things to a surprising amount of people on the Nook. So
Yeah, you've got a nice Rolodex there. Anybody gets that. But yes,
I
Laser,
wish.
that was the impetus for her. Impetus was she wanted to watch fucking Paw Patrol, and I'm like, no, I'm gaming online on the Forza. You can't have it. And she knew the code words and was trying to get her way. That was the whole sole reason for her saying Xbox off. But she walked out of the room and said it a third time and pissed me off. And I still lord this over her every chance I get. And she's now almost 9 years old and playing softball and being super independent, making her own lunches and stuff like that. And I still tell her, I remember that time you messed me up in Forza 5. And she's like, I don't remember that time. I was a 1. It will be the opening words when if she ever gets married. No, not even marriage. The first boyfriend she brings home, every boyfriend she brings home, that'll be the first story I tell about her.
Always remember, Daddy has a very particular set of skills.
Mm-hmm. With Forza. Shit. I don't know.
All right, I think I'm done.
Okay, you're done.
Yeah.
Everybody's done. Woo. I think we derailed this shit far enough.
Right?
Yeah. What
Way
the hell?
past.
I mean, audience interaction is always better than us talking about random topics, right?
Stewart's dad's Liam Neeson.
Stewart's dead. Liam Neeson.
like
Yeah.
that.
Freddy
My dad
is
is Shroud.
Yep.
My dad is Shroud.
Oh.
I have a lot of really good PUBG stories, man.
You should just have
You should ask Faz. Actually, the one time, well, no, actually, Faz and I have played a couple times when the game first launched, but I was just understanding the concept of a battle royale game. Like I had never, PUBG was like the first actual battle royale game I played, and we, like, our entire squad had died except for myself. So Faz was there, and then there was this team that I ran into that was shooting at me out of a window, and Faz was just jokingly like, "You should make friends with them." And this was back when there was like open comms in the game, so I like yelled at them. I was like, "Yay, hey, guys! My entire team is dead. I'm the last one left." And they were totally cool. They let me play with them. I like was part of their team for a little bit. They didn't kill me. I didn't kill them. We all teamed up together to kill other people for a while. I ended up dying, not by their hands, but Faz couldn't believe that I had schmoozed my way into this other team. So it works.
That just sounds like you.
They were code redders too. I'm willing to bet.
Oh man, I mean, well, you know,
they were good, decent people. So
right, they weren't heathens.
Yeah, Adam.
Us neon teal heathens over here, which ironically is Noble's Discord name color.
Teal heathens.
Yeah, you got that neon teal going on. Closet Baja Blaster.
Maybe.
See, the thing about Baja Blast is there are no requirements for entry. There's no doctrine. It's literally just Wild Wild West. And so you come into and the gateway to being a Baja Blaster is literally either a burrito or a taco. That's the gateway.
We were done.
So
Okay. I'm not going to sit
we
here.
Were finished.
I'm not going to sit here and listen to your Baja Blast bullshit.
By the heels back to where we were here.
Steve's like, I'm old. I want to go to bed. No, I'm going to keep this shit up.
You know what? We're done. Gone.
Gone.
That's the end of the fucking stream. End it.